Morning everybody. Oh, I bet you wouldn't believe this, right? You can ask my kids. I'll bet you in the last 20 years, I'll bet I've spent 18 sleeping on a settee, and I'm not kidding. So, honestly, have you noticed I've got a birdhouse on? If you go round any bins of them land drainage people, you just look in the bin, they've been throwing them all in, getting rid. Honestly. Right, like most people go to, at work, you go, do you want a sandwich from shop, mate? They go, do you want a, I'm nipping to our coat, do you want a birdhouse coat? All that business. I'm not kidding you. There's a lot to tell you about that. When I stopped then with that, I didn't write report. I stopped them. It were only, as I tell you, well later on when they all got reported and that, and one bishop, bad to the bone. This kid called Nick Fothergill and his partner Rebecca Wordsworth, now Fothergill. Honestly, bad to the bone. Do you know when because the Asda thing come with her because she properly thought it was Asda. Backwards and forwards. Like an emigrating starling or something. Honestly. Anyway, I think basically because he really put night. I'll tell you a lot about him actually, but he really put night. I think what he thought was, he stopped Aunt Becky's clothing grant. I'm going to have to fork out myself. All that business. Yeah. Not an educated man, to be fair, not a right educated man, but I'll tell you a lot about him anyway. I mean, you want to send a solicitor's letter, Nicky of all Becky, Nick, Becky, get them solicitors' letters coming. I'm well equipped for them, don't you worry about that. But what I was going to tell you about, I'll tell you what, and I want you to make your own decision on this, make your own mind up. Tell me if I'm wrong what I'm telling you now. With MPs, right, MPs and even local parish councils, and I'll say again, John Trickett, he's replied to all my letters, he's wrote to council, and hopefully we're going to get a government ombudsman, well, he's on board, all that, so, you can give him a tick. I've no to say about John, but others I have. But in general, and with parish councils, I aren't for 1 minute say parish councils do anything wrong at all. But what I'm going to say is this: when you get your poll tax bill, if you look on it, it'll say on it, part of that money, parish council. They all get them. So, and they've got a moral duty to ask the question to council, because think of it like this: all that money that's been swindled, all you idiots on parish councils and that, and when you ask the question, I'll not call you an idiot, but until you do, you're idiots, and I'll tell you why. You're ignorant to facts, because have you ever thought this? All that money that's getting swindled, it might have gone into good use for your parish. You might have got more money to your parish, to put some more lovely seating out for elderly, some more kids' play areas. It affects everybody, and this is what I say: you've got a moral duty to go like that. Don't just leave it to MPs. You've got a moral duty yourself to say, look, these people in my parish work hard, and if money's being distributed like this, public purse, we're the parish council and we want to know, because maybe we could have been getting more money. Have you thought of that? And if so, Emsworth Parish Council, I told them about it and off. Ackworth, I even put one in Mayor's office at Normanton. I give one to Arthur Ripley from Crofton, he comes dashing out to get my registration, so a lot of parishes know about it, but that, no. Well, let me tell all you public out there, when they come to the door and that, vote for me, I'll do anything for you, I'm the person, we'll do this in community, we'll do that. Like when they're walking off and one turns around and goes, I'll cut your grass on a Sunday as well if you vote for me, all that nonsense. You want to remember, when they come asking for your ticks and your votes, first thing you want to say, can we just ask you about all this nonsense at Wakefield that's been going on with all this embezzling money of ours? Because basically I'm walking round and I've got nowhere to sit, and I'm 70 years old, and it'd be nice to have a bench put there. But obviously when all this money's being swindled, we can't have one put there. That's the kind of thing, you know, going on. So, moral obligation, all of you, all you parish councils, you should be ringing. And let me tell you another thing. That Merrin McRae, right, them poll tax things, she's involved with all that, you know what I mean? So, and she's involved with all that, and then if you can zoom in on this, it's like a joke. They ask you for that poll tax money, right? Yeah, you've got that. And then, what's this say? Please respond now so we can check this, check that, right? Yeah. And at bottom it's Merrin McRae, and it says basically, we can fine you £1,000 if you don't respond. They're wiping us out. This is, you know, this is squandering all money, and then they want to bleed you dry. They want to pay a fine to pay the wages. How mad's that? Yeah, they're swindling money, and then look. It's not a joke. And then, this is a bit smaller to read, but this is alarming. You know, reveal from Wakefield Express. It might be a bit hard for you to see this, right? I don't know if you'll be able to zoom in or not. So, hold on. Payoffs at Wakefield Council. 2 people were paid, you know, when they finished, 174,000 and 162,000. Yeah, that's where your money goes. You're paying for life's a luxury for these, and then do you know what it says underneath it? What a cheeky, and I'm going to have to swear, what a cheeky twat that don't call their own Peter boxes. It says underneath, last year Peter Box said that most council services would be reduced, with some ending altogether. He added, the spending of every pound was under review. There, Peter Box. Here, I've thrown you a score, 174,000, you know, to finish. It's alright, because we're gonna get rid of some, you know, needy things for people, so we can pay you. It isn't that bad. Isn't it? So I can't believe it. You know, all that money, they just do as they want. It's well, I mean, look, it tells you, look, I don't know if you can zoom in, you know, about Calder Drift and Arco and all that. So yeah, so you've got that, and then I tell you what I'm going to say. As I said, John Trick, it's all right, but let me inform you about this, right? You know, Yvette Cooper hung on with skin of her nails, don't you? You know, to keep in and that, and obviously Mary Crewe were booted out. And right from the off, they were informed about all this corruption. Right from the beginning, right? And I'll tell you what they do. I'll tell you exactly what they do. They go, are you my constituent? If not, I'm not doing no. That's basically. And I said it like this to them. I said, look, I says, if somebody's got a pothole in Ossett, they don't report it to Yvette Cooper over at Castleford. That's obvious. But it's into pothole in Ossett. What it is this. It's Wakefield District, 5 towns, all together, who pay the tax and everything, into council, and then it's been abused, public purse. So it's everybody. Now, wouldn't you expect, at a minimum, your MP to say, whoa, I want to know what's going on? You would, wouldn't you? But they don't know. No, oh, it's too much. It's hard work. You know, I'm used to sitting in House of Commons for 3 years like Yvette Cooper, you know, talking nonsense and that about Brexit, and then Theresa May slapping her down at the end of it, you know, all that. You see Ed Balls on one show last night, she'll be joining him. Because ask her when they come for your vote, you must do this, you must say, can I just ask you about all these corruption allegations and that, and what you've done about them and all that? Because let me tell you this, Miss Cooper, I told you about some flooding things in your district as well, but you didn't want to talk to me. No Mary Crewe. I tell you what they did. And they all got angry, you know, they got the complaint. If they want to say to me, we didn't know about it, well, I'll tell you what, you're indeed fucking shit. Because you didn't know about it. You know full well about it. You just don't want to take time. You want votes, and then you all get that complacent where you don't want to do you? You're super glued to your seats. But that's going to tell when next time you come for people's votes. all this squandering a public person, people like working hard and that, and then you, oh, I'll do vote for you, I'm the person, to vote for me, I'll do an oil change up car this week if you give me a vote, that's what it makes you feel like, doesn't it? In all honesty, that, top and bottom of it, so have a good think about that when they come for your votes, But I mean, when I reveal some things about flooding and that, in Yvette Cooper's area and Mary Creer, if she'd have spit out of her window, she could have hit Madam McRae's office. I mean, come on. What, you're not in my constituent. Well, let me just tell you a little secret. Other thousands of people are in your constituencies who are getting robbed and the hard-earned tax money is getting spent wrongly. Is that straightforward enough for you? You get drift of that. That's not too hard, is it? You get drift of that. So, you spent all them 3 years on Brexit and that. Do you know how you'd have kept in, Mary? Do you know what? If you just stood up at some point and said, and let people see that you've got something else to do as well. If you'd have just stood up and said, I know this is going on, but I am here to stick up for my constituents when they're being ripped off and all money's being squandered. Do you know, if you'd have said that, right, you might have still been in office. And I ripped you a long time ago and I said, you're going to get bit in the arse with this, and now you are getting bit in the arse with it. If you want to come at me and say, well, I didn't know that, well, come at me. And I'll tell you what, I'll show people, emails and everything else, same as you, Cooper. You're all the same. You just want people's votes, and then, you get, oh, I'm in. Do you know how serious all this is? With public, do you know how serious? And I haven't got to flooding yet. And I haven't got to, you don't believe how much, people, it's endless. Have a good look at that last video about spending that money, that's just one. That's just one. But they were written to, and as I said, no against parish councils, but you would think, wouldn't you? You'd think, hold on a minute, yeah, it just said that on my poll tax bill, parish council. They do get money, and I'm not saying you do out wrong with money what you get. What I'm saying is you might have got a bit more if it weren't for these villains. But you don't want to know, do you? They never do, honestly, do they? They don't want. It's probably the most important thing that's gone on in Wakefield Council since it was started, and it's been covered up. I've never heard it like it, me. And don't think you can go, well, we don't this. You don't know that because you don't ask. You don't want to know. I've got all evidence. They want to write to me with solicitors. Come on. Come on, write and send me solicitors' letters. I'll tell you what I'll happen with them. They'll get shown on here and go to court. We all rest, yeah. Yeah, Madam McRae, what's it say? Hold on. If you do not respond, you will receive reminders, and the law says I can fine you £1,000. Oh, do you know what I'm going to claim, Madam? Non-transparency like you. No, I'm not telling you. No. But we can't do that, do we? You'll find £1,000, Merrin. Yeah. Nice, that's only a small bit of your bonus in it. Buy you a few brush pan and brushes, that, won't it? Do you know something? You should be forsaking your wage and that when all this is going on, you. What a scandalous set of people. Absolutely scandalous. I wrote to MP this morning and that, I'm hoping he gets back to me, John Trickey. Because I think he's written to him saying he wants to know about this, outcome of this investigation. All that. But I'm going to, what of them are going to get this summit on them all. I'm not going to let none of them go, your Graham West, your Mr Clinton, your Roswina Charles or something, that Glyn Humphreys, they're all all part of it. All part of it, they've all got some to have, but the best about it, it ain't lies. It ain't lies, it's all around me, all evidence. So, yeah, I tell you what, it's made me poorly, proper poorly with it all. I was speaking to one of the lads at work this morning and he says, I can't recover. He says, I'm up to some right debt with my credit card. He says, it knocked me for 6. he said, it's public know, you know, everything we'd done for them and things like that. I said, well, they'll get to know, don't worry. They'll get to know, all right, yeah. Yeah, cover up, you know, yeah, there's no cover up happening, I tell you, you're getting exposed. And I hope you MPs and I hope you parish councillors sit up and take notice and want to ask the questions. Yeah, so I put one in down at Mayor's office, down at their council thing. Emsworth got one, Ackworth got one. Yeah, that Arthur Ripley got one through his letterbox. Yeah, you know, instead of saying what you do and what you don't do, let's see you now stand up and be counted. You know, let's see you be counted. So hold on here a minute. Let's have a look here. 2 minutes. Hold on a minute. Yeah. I'm going to give you all the numbers, you know, and emails, Mary McRae and all them, you know, at some point. I will be giving you, you know, all of them. All of them. Not just McRae, all of you. All of the emails and numbers. Yeah. They think that someone will think, well, I didn't do no, I just went with flow. Yeah, you went with flow, you went with cover up, you mean. That's basically top and bottom, eh? Like you, Humphreys, and, you know, joined in. We're not lads. I mean, stop saying you. We're not lads, Humphreys, all the time. It's not becoming. You're not one at lads. You're not one at lads. You've never been at sandwich shop for lads. You think you're better than the rest, and you stick up. You know, stick up for Merrin and things like that. You want that Marshall. Yeah. I tell you what. Wait till my barrister starts with that Marshall. You know. Gillian Marshall. I have to do what's right, me. Even if it's wrong. I have to do what's right if it's wrong. No, you don't. You don't. You should stick up. We're within this, you know, we live in Wakefield. You can't just treat people like that. What's the matter with you? Huh? No. Yeah, so you follow you and Twinkle Toes, yes. Know all about you, yeah. A lot to be said about you, isn't there? Yeah. Ooh, bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Yeah. Aye. Derek stopped me shopping at Arconic. You know, I'll get rid of him for that. I'll start the wheels turning, Rebecca. I'll get Paul on side and that, because all things Paul's done, you know. 3 pair Paul. Get him on side. You know, wait till some of the things come out. You won't believe it. What that Mary McRae's let go. You know, Captain. Captain El Capitan, I don't know. Anyway. Hey, look, you know, Anyway, I'm going to get off now, and as I say all the time, you know, stay safe, everybody. That's my thing. You know, there are times, aren't there? I'm on one of them total shutdowns, mate. You know, I bet that council thinking, I wish you'd die, you bastard. I won't die. Well, I'm hopefully, you don't know, dear. Hopefully I can, you know, I'll get you. I'm going to get you. How's that? Right, take care, everybody. I apologise if you couldn't see these things, you know. £174,000. And I'll tell you what, do you know what we need to keep us eye on? None of these slippy characters and that, you know, pensioned or, yeah, sick, you know, sick. This is sick, I'll tell you what I've got. This sciatica and this COPD, that's sick. You know, skulking about, you know, a lot. Got to watch out for these pairs and that, because we'll catch up with them if they do anyway. 174,000. Do you know what they say? Oh, I forgot, you know, in this clipping. You know, non-transparency. We're not telling you. What do you mean you're not telling? They've just skulked off with £100,000 of this money. Well, they worked hard to get it. Oh, did they? They ought to divided it and get it all. Lads down Tadman Street will work hard as well. Yeah, that would have been a nice gesture, wouldn't it? What do they get when they finish? Nothing. Yes. Anyway, take care, everybody. Oh, yeah, Berghouse. Yeah, straight out to the wheelie bins. Yeah, full of them. Yeah. Go round with bars. Don't go round, no, because you don't want to be going out. It's unsafe at the moment. But you get where I'm going, don't you? You know. Yeah.